Oh, welcome to Shorty SuperCoach. I'm bloody filthy. I'm trying to smash this one out. It's been such a busy day at work. Got home late, into the gym, doing my TikTok, dinner's ready, game's about to start. I fucking thought I'd do this at half time. Finish it up, and the fucking audio didn't work, did it? So that's just really pissed me off. But anyway, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm buggered, mate. Anyway, let's get into it. You're going to get a short and sharp shorty here. This is what we talked about on the live sesh. These are some of the main points. I'll show you my trades first and then we'll get stuck into those. But, Jesus Christ, a strange game. Blues are up and about, aren't they? Blues are up and about. Yeah, geez, not even scoring the first quarter. It's crazy. But so I made the triple trade. Trades boosts are gone. So we got rid of Roberts. He's been beautiful for us, made us plenty of coin. Also got rid of Zach Williams. Tossed and turned with Williams versus Andrew. You know, Williams could be a week, who knows. Good break even still, like solid. Where Andrew, he may lose coin. But I didn't really want to expose Closey or Brown on the field. So I just kept the player who was playing. And Elliot Yeo leaves my side as well. There's some blokes you can probably trust to come back in a couple of weeks or beat the suggested period of time out and come back earlier. But Elliot Yeo's not one of those guys. 2 can turn into 3, can turn into 4. So I decided to trade him. And in comes Bontempelli, finally into my side. Bang, skipper straight on him. I'm going with Oliver. Don't know if he's playing too well at this point in time. Seems to be not Melbourne's night, but I haven't watched the scores too close. I don't really check him during the game. And in comes Darcy Jones as well. I really wanted to bring in Sinclair, but I just couldn't resist bringing in a cash cow like that. When the good cash cows bob up, couple of 70s, it's hard to go past them. So let's go through these teams now. Obviously Williams is out. Jordan Sweet's the big one. Few people will be bloody having an absolute headache with him going out. Connor Rozee as well could be a headache for some. Now Sean Darcy going out. Good news for Luke Jackson owners, and maybe some might even bring Luke Jackson in just to cover that sweet if he is at R2. Don't know how many still have Sicily, but him going out might hurt some. Tommy Green keeps his spot. We love that. We definitely love seeing that. Liberatore goes out. Not super relevant, I wouldn't have thought, but it might be relevant for the overall Bulldogs midfield mix. Jackson McRae, does he get more opportunity? We'll have to wait and see. And then you've got Alex Sexton comes back into the fray. Will Graham may be a little bit stiff, but so I reckon Sexton comes in. I reckon he scores all right. And then, of course, Elliot Yeo, like we mentioned. And then we know the Lions had quite a few injuries and nothing happening there for the Crows at this point in time as we wait for the extended benches. But, yeah, look, let's talk a few of the questions you guys mentioned on the live sesh. Like I said, I'm going to pump this one out, so hopefully I cover what you are asking or wanting to hear about, and hopefully we covered it on the live sesh on Tuesday night. So Jackson, I'm sort of have been a little bit worried about his combination with Darcy. Hasn't been scoring as well, which was always the fear. I've backed him in. He's been a little unders for mine, but now with Darcy going out, I've got no idea how long that is for, but calf and his injury history doesn't really bode too well. So maybe Jackson gets another mini stint at it, but I'll have to do a bit of research on Darcy's injury. Jones, like I said, when cash cows like that pop up, you certainly got to grab onto him. He's been looking pretty dangerous. Oliver, I'm backing in, like I said. If it doesn't go to plan, then so be it. I mean, for his price, under 500k with his scoring history, doesn't have to do much to make money from here. And I don't expect him to average 120 like he did in his golden years, but I think he can certainly go around that 110, which would be fine for me. Could be a perfect M8, and the bloke's just too hard to refuse. But some people want to wait a week and just be sure, and that's fair enough. Connor Rozee's a trade for mine. You'd imagine they'd be pretty cautious after he came back. They buggered it up. You'd imagine this would be your genuine 3 to 4 week hamstring. But, yeah, haven't exactly seen a recent update, but you'd imagine they'd be taking it slow. Now, Jordan Sweet, look, if he's your R3, then you can just leave him there, piece of cake. But if he's your R2 and you're looking at a 0, which maybe some are, most people probably can dual position, find their way to getting that coverage. But I'd be holding Sweet because he's only sick. It's just illness. He'll be back. Still got so much money to make. So don't throw out all that coin just for 1 week. But maybe you do bring Jackson in. Like, he's in a nice price range. Maybe if it's a bit of coverage for you this week, we don't have too much to really pick from in the forward line. I mean, for the forward line, it's getting to that point where you're looking at guys like Rankin, Dilmore, and the key forwards. Like, I'm looking at Zorko as well, but key forwards like Cameron, Curnow, Mackay. It's been a while since we've looked at key forwards in Supercoach, but you've got to consider them. So, I think, find a way to cover that option for Sweet, but I wouldn't trade him out. We touched on Elliot Yeo, and Jaden Short, he's at a really nice price and looks to be back to that rebounding role, which we love. Don't know if I'll go with him because I don't know if he really fits the bill of making enough coin or being a keeper. But if he does get back to just pure rebounding, taking kickouts, he will average high 90s. So he may be someone I go with. Not too sure. But looking forward, I think Petrarca and Zorko look to come into my side next week because I've got a stack load of cash, which just seems to be sitting there for ages. At some stage, I've got to spend it. But, just pick off those good options at decent prices. Like, I like Sinclair. Whitfield will come into a good range. I've got to get Luke Ryan at some stage, but I feel like I've got to wait for him to drop eventually. I mean, when's that going to happen? If he stops scoring 200s, that'd be nice. But Houston coming under 600k soon should be handy. LDU still at a nice price. Oliver we touched on. Darcy Parish is worth a look because he's certainly back to his best by the looks of it at a really nice price point. And like I said, pick off those good cash cows like Jones. And I'm looking to beef up my midfield and back line before I attend to the forward line because I just don't think we can trust anything in the forward line too much. Even Zorko, he looked fantastic, but it was only a couple of weeks ago that he was out of position and scoring a 56. So I'd rather spend my money on guys like Bontempelli and some guns down back. So that's the way I'm looking at it this week. I'm going Heaney into Bontempelli for the vice captaincy, but you could equally look at guys like Merritt, Butters on Friday night. Tommy Stewart even loves it if you want a cheeky VC. He loves it down at Cattery. Who else have we got early in the round? I said it before because this is the second time I've filmed the video. But your usual suspects. You can certainly bank on a few of those gun options early in the week. Sarong's another one. You might go into Dacos for your Sunday against the Eagles as well. He should find plenty of the footy. So it's all about downgrading and cashing in those rookies and then finding those upgrade targets. And always plan 2 to 3 weeks ahead if you can. I'm not too phased about being done with the boosts because it's only a couple of weeks until we got the buys. Then we get 3 trades anyway in the buy period. So happy to just go a couple of weeks where I can only do 2. But we got plenty of trades this year, so use them wisely. But if you use them effectively, you're nothing wrong with burning good trades. It's the bad trades that you don't want to burn. So that's the way I'm looking at it. It's time to upload this one, and if this audio doesn't work, Shorty's going to put a hole in the wall, but that's okay. Let's see. I'm going to chuck this in the old movie maker, get on the couch and watch the second half. So have a good weekend, guys. All the best. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.